Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Mama Jnana Timirandasya Shri Chaitanya Manovistam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Soyam Rupa Kadamaham Dadati Sopadam Tikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Juta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaisnavanam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Shri Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Deva Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Raitan Sri Visakhamvitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Mancha Kalpatrivasya Krupa Sindhu Vaivacha Patitanam Pavanabhya Vaishnavabhyo Namo Nama Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasyat Desatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktabamda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. So thank you very much. So we are starting today the Bhagavad-gītā important sloka learning based on the theme. This is an 18 session course. So every session we will cover one chapter. And this is very important because it provides a very structured and systematic way to understand the slokas, the theme also. So that will help us to understand, facilitate us to understand the theme and slokas also. So Prabhupada said that the Bhagavad Gita is a widely read theistic science, and all the devotees must learn this science very scrutinizingly. He particularly used the word scrutinizingly. Just like a lawyer. A lawyer, he understands the law book in and out. So Prabhupada always wanted that all the students of Bhagavad Gita, those who wants to get the benefit from it, should learn it very scrutinizingly. So many people that does Bhagavad Gita or they read Bhagavad Gita for a long time, but they cannot understand. Why? Because the problem is that they are thinking it is very overwhelming, and it is very what you say uh, difficult to understand. Actually, it is not complex. Prabhupada used to give example. Bhagavad Gita is like a sun. When there is sun, we do not have to show any torchlight or any kind of light because it is self-illuminated. So Bhagavad Gita is very clear, not complex. If there is a need of interpretation, then we interpret. But there is no need of any interpretation as it is. So people do not read as it is, and also you have to read in association of devotee. From then only we can understand the mystery. Unless one becomes devotee, neither he can explain nor he can understand. Krishna says, Bhaktosimi sakachate rahasamyetam uttam. This science of God, a science of Bhagavad Gita, the yoga system, Bhagavad Gita means how to connect with God. At present moment, we are disconnected. To understand, to understand that we should be a devotee of God, and you should study this in a disciplic succession. Disciplic succession. So therefore, it is very important um, uh, to adhere to the supreme scriptural authority understanding in a proper way from disciplic success. Then we can understand it. So, and Bhagavad Gita, the importance of Bhagavad Gita has been given that first verse says that Gita Shastram idam punyam is so pious, so auspicious. Yo pathite prayatam puman. One is to study scrutinizingly in association of devotee under the guidance of a spiritual master. ये पठ्यते प्रस्तुत में seriously. What is that seriousness? Under the proper guidance of a spiritual master, in association with devotees, then one can really penetrate the real mystic of this ancient science. So Vishnu Padam Avapnoti Bhaya Sokadi Bardita. So by studying, regularly studying, so what will happen? One can be free from all. If one is properly from the right source, one can assimilate this knowledge and properly follow the instruction of Bhagavad Gita. Simply assimilation of knowledge is not important. Simply knowing Bhagavad Gita, you have to apply it. That is important. Arjuna is applying it. Karishya Bachanatava. In the beginning, before he received Bhagavad Gita from Krishna, he declined to fight. He was in very perplexing condition. But after Bhagavad Gita, hearing the instruction of Bhagavad Gita from Krishna, he said that Nashto Labda, now my illusion is gone. Now I am enlightened by your mercy. I will do as per the instruction given by you in Bhagavad Gita. So that is the application of the Bhagavad Gita. And finally, most important thing Krishna say that ye idam paramam guhyam mada bhakti abhidishyati. Anybody who Krishna say in these beautiful verses that the third point is how to distribute this knowledge to everyone. That is very important. Simply assimilation application for yourself is not sufficient. Ye idam paramam guhyam madbhaktesu abhidishyati. So here it is said that anybody here it is said that anybody who madbhakti to abhidishyati bhakti mai param kurta mam ivashyati asamsaya. So Krishna says in the end, for one who explains this supreme secret to the devotees, pure devotional service is guaranteed. And at the end, he will come back to me. This is a very important point. First of all, you have to assimilate the knowledge, you have to receive the knowledge, just like Arjuna is receiving from Krishna. Now, so Arjuna here, in the beginning, Arjuna was bewildered. In the very first chapter we are going to study, Arjuna is bewildered. So he is saying that Karpani dosapata swabha prichamitam dharma samudaceta yes sreyasan nischintam bruhitan me sishyateham sadhimam prapanam. Chapter 2, verse 7, Arjuna is telling that Arjuna is saying that Karpani dosapata sishyateham. Now I am bewildered. Now I am confused about my duty. I have lost all composure because of weakness. In this condition, I am asking you to tell me clearly what is the best for me. Now I am your disciple and the soul surrender unto me. Please instruct me. That is the first lesson. The first step of Bhagavad Gita is approaching a bona fide spiritual man. Arjuna is very fortunate that Krishna was there. But somebody may ask now Krishna is not there. Whom to approach? No. Krishna representative, the bona fide representative of Krishna, as good as Krishna. They only speak whatever Krishna says. They are called bona fide spiritual masters. Therefore, this Bhagavad Gita has to receive from that disciplic succession to properly understand. So Arjuna here accepted Krishna as a guru. Sishyateham sadhimam, I am your disciple. That is the first to find out the right person, right source. You understand? Second thing is application. Arjuna is applying after hearing entire Bhagavad Gita. He is saying that the last verse Arjuna is conversation with Krishna. He is saying that Nasto mohos mutilla dakvat prasadan ayachutya itosmi gata sandhaya karisya bachan. My Arjuna said, my dear Krishna, O infallible one, my illusion is now gone. I have regained my memory by your mercy. I am now firm and free from doubt. I am prepared to act according to your. So, prepared to act, that is very important. That is called application of the instruction or application of the wisdom of Bhagavad Gita. That is very important. Not that after hearing Arjuna say, okay, Krishna, I understood, but back up. I am not going to fight. No, apply it. Without applying, what is the thing? Simply reading that how to reduce your weight. You cannot reduce your weight. You have to go to gym and apply it, practice. So that is important. And third thing, Krishna say that after applying this, you should also give to others so that others will benefit. Not that you will be selfish. So I know, I apply, I keep myself. No, कृष्ण से ये इदम परमम गुह्यम मदभक्त स्वाभिदिशति भक्ति माय परम कृतमाम विवस्यति असंसार. For one who explains the supreme secret to the devotee, pure devotional service is guaranteed, and at the end he will come back to me. That is the thing. And next verse, Krishna say, those who preach this message to others, they are my dearest. Nacha tasman manushyasu kastin me priya kittamaha. That is a very superlative statement. Priya kittamaha means dear, dearer, dearest. He is the dearest. Those who explain this instruction, explain this message, explain this gospel to others. Bhavita name tasmad anya priyataro bhuvi. There is no servant in this world more dear to me than he, nor will there ever be one more dear. In future also nobody will be so dear. Those who preach it. The three very important aspects: assimilation or understanding this instruction, applying it, and propagating it. Three things. So on this notes, we are trying our level best on the order of spiritual master. As he said that Jare Dekha Tare Kaha Krishna Padesh. You just preach to others. So we are starting this course that is called learning the important verses, because important verses contains or encapsulated entire philosophy. Entire philosophy. So we will go through the theme as well as the important sloka related to that. So that whenever we memorize this sloka, then we will be memorize and understand this sloka, then we understand entire philosophy, entire flow of Bhagavad Gita. So that is what whole idea of this course, to facilitate the student of Bhagavad Gita to understand it very structured way and very systematically. That is whole idea of this course. On this note, we will start our Bhagavad Gita chapter 1. Today we can finish the chapter 1. The chapter 1 we can show some slides. Here you can see the slides, the chapter 1 slides. The chapter 1 slide is starting with this Bhagavad Gita Arjuna Vishada. The chapter 1 is called Observing the Army on the Battlefield of Kurukshetra. So this is the first chapter. The setting scene is that Arjuna, here you see picture how Arjuna is lamenting. So it is based on the teaching on, very strictly teaching on His Divine Grace Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, the founder Acharya of International Krishna Society for Krishna Consciousness. So, and Prabhupada says that Gita is a very basic practical preaching book. And once you study the Bhagavad Gita inside, inside out, that will help govern our external activity. One must understand the flow of philosophy, not in isolation, but cohesive unit together. He wanted to know the very structured and systematic way. Therefore, he also gave the classes, lecture, very systematic way, so that the flow of philosophy will not be disturbed, and it will is make ease for understanding, made easy for understanding the readers. So first chapter is observing the armies on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Important verses based on themes we will go through. First of all, we will go through the themes. So here he say that there are themes like Dhritarashtra inquiring from Sanjay. The setting scene start with the Dhritarashtra is inquiring from Sanjay because Dhritarashtra is the king of Kuru, the father of Kauravas. He was blind by birth. So therefore, he could not see, he could not participate in the battlefield. Usually, king used to participate, but he desired to see just like a commentary, a live commentary, live telecast of cricket match, football match. Similarly, he desired to see what is going on in this one. So therefore he asked the secretary. The secretary is Sanjay, who got a divine power to see what is going on in Kurukshetra, sitting in the Delhi. Hastinapur is Delhi now, present. So this is what the setting scene. And Rashtra inquiring from Sanjaya is the setting scene or begins of the Bhagavad-gītā. And Duryodhana estimating the strength of the armies, how the preparation, then Sanjay is actually explaining the king about the preparation of the war. Then also he explained the sign of the victory of Pandavas, the certain sign of Pandava victory. At that time, Arjuna asked Krishna to draw the chariot in the middle of two armies so that he can see who are my opponents. And that is the turning point of Arjuna's bewilderment. So, because he saw different grades of relative, he was overwhelmed with compassion for them and declined to fight. While declining to fight, Arjuna has given some kind of reason not to fight. That constitute the five theme constitute the Bhagavad Gita chapter 1. So we'll start with the first verses, which is the beginning of setting scene. धृतराष्ट्र उवाच धर्मक्षेत्रे कुरुक्षेत्रे समवेत जुजुत्सुवः मामकः पाण्डव चैव किमकुर्वत् संजय. This is important verses, this first theme that Dhritarashtra is inquiring from Sanjaya. So in this verses, Dhritarashtra say, "Oh Sanjaya, after my sons and the son of Pandu assembled in the place of pilgrimage Kurukshetra, what did they do?" So here the whole setting scene starts with inquiring of Dhritarashtra. Why Dhritarashtra inquiring? Because it desires that my son should come out victorious. Because Dhritarashtra was blind by birth, so he could not become a king. Because to become a king, there is some qualification, eligibility. Because of born blind, he could not. Therefore, his younger brother Pandu took the position of the king. He enthroned as a king. So he had that hidden agenda, hidden desire that I could not become a king. Of course, later Pandu died, he became a king, but he could not properly do that because of blind. So he was assisted by Vishma and others, you don't know. So he was this, he had this desire that I could not do that. I could not enthrone as a king, but my son can do it. My son is not blind. So that desire is there. So he was desirous. He do not want to compromise. That's why he's asking. He knows that Jujusava means both the parties ready to fight. They're already assembled in a place called Kurukshetra, very holy place. So what did they do? It's like this question is very redundant. Just like somebody is going to a restaurant. What did they do? Obviously they will take food. But the question is asking because he was a bit he's more desirous and is doubtful. He's so much desirous to that his son is 100 and Pandava is 5, and he wanted some. He had confidence that my son will come out victorious. Therefore, he is asking this thing. What did they do? Because he was doubtful. the influence of Kurukshetra. The Kurukshetra is called Dharmakhetra. It's a place of religious things. The religious ceremonies used to perform. Now also the Kurukshetra is there. Some unscrupulous commentator, they say this Kurukshetra means this body, Pandava means five senses. All this nonsense interpretation. But actually the place Kurukshetra is still there. There is a station called Kurukshetra. We happened to we went 2 years back to that place, Kurukshetra. So he is very doubtful because his desire that my son would come out victorious will be shattered, baffled, because he is doubtful this place where they are assembled to fight is a Kurukshetra, is a Dharmakhetra, is a place of pilgrimage. In place of pilgrimage, usually people change, transform. So he is doubtful that my son might have changed and compromised. He does not want that compromise because he always has the impression, desire that my son should get the enthroned in a seat in the throne. What I could not do circumstantially. Therefore, he is doubtful. Now also in the court of law, they say that I am on the touching the Bhagavad-gītā. They used to say, they used to vow what is truth, what is not. People are still now, if they go to temple, if there is some conflict, they go to temple before the deity. They are being asked whether you are right or wrong, you are telling truth or not. Because people generally do not like to tell lie or do something very unbecoming in the place of pilgrimage. So he is very doubtful my son would have compromised. And also is fearful. Why is fearful? Because Dharmakhetra is always in favor of those who are virtuous or pious. Pandavas are not very famous as pious, very virtuous. On the other hand, the Kauravas and company, they are not virtuous. So he is fearful that the place will favor the Pandavas, favor the Pandavas. He is also fearful. And also he is very partial. Why he is very partial? Because he is saying that Mamaka Pandava Chaiva, my son and son of Pandu. Although both are Kuru dynasty, he is now separating the Pandavas from the Kuru. That reveals the very malicious mindset of Rashtra. So that is the first thing. This is how we should scrutinizingly understand him. This is all this based on the teaching and lecture of Srila Prabhupada. So now the second theme is that Duryodhana estimate the strength of the army. Now Sanjay is now relating the preparation of the war because he was asked by Dhritarashtra, his master, that please tell me what did they do. So now what all the Duryodhana and Pandava they are doing, that is now uh, spoken by Sanjay is now giving commentary on this. So he told that the preparation war is going on. Dhritarashtra estimate the strength. Now, now Dhritarashtra, what happened? Sanjay is saying that Dushtatu Pandavanikam Vyudham Duryodhana Tada Acharyam Upasangame Raja Bachanam Abravit. Sanjay said, "O king, after looking, uh, after looking, after looking over the army arrangement, military formation by the King Duryodhan. So he say that O king, after looking over army arranged in military formation by son of Pandu, King Duryodhan went to the teacher and spoke the following words. So now it reveals that Duryodhan is fearful. He saw the arrangement of Pandavas because Pandavas was bereft of their kingdom. So there was no source of finance. Financially, they were not so good. So, but Duryodhan saw that they have arranged so many military. Their arrangement is very nice, military arrangement. So he was very much fearful little bit of how come they can arrange so much things, although they don't have any financial source. So therefore he went to teacher and he told that teacher that behold, he very nicely say that uh, that behold paschantam pandu putrana पश्यन्तुं पाण्डुपुत्राणाम् आचार्यं महितं चमुं युद्धं द्रुपदपुत्रेण तव शिष्येन धीमता. O my teacher, behold the great army of son of Pandu, so expertly arranged by your intelligent disciple, son of Drupada. So here is a very great diplomat. This Duryodhana is a very great diplomacy, because he knows that this there is a fight between the commander in chief, what is called this Drishtadumna from other side. So Drishtadumna is son of uh, Drupada, and Drupada is the enemy of Dronacharya. So in order to instigate, in order to incite Dronacharya, so he is now telling that my my teacher, my military teacher Dronacharya, you see that how the Pandus armies they are nicely arranged by your disciple called disciple son of Drupada, so that he is reminding his enmity, Dronacharya enmity with Drupada, because there was a conflict between Drupada and Dronacharya. They were friends, and Dronacharya was very poor, and Drupada was the king. So one time Dronacharya approached Drupada for asking some milk, but he was refused. Therefore, the enmity begins. And later on, Dronacharya, with help of Pandavas, they defeated Drupada. In this way, there was a conflict between Drupada and all. So now the Duryodhana is pointing out the defeats of Dronacharya. So in this way, he is inciting Dronacharya, don't be liberal. Although you have taught your disciple, you have taught the son of your enemy Drupada, but you should not be liberal now, because now you are fighting for me. You should not be liberal. He is inciting your enmity. You fight and kill them like this. Then there was a military arrangement is going on. So Duryodhana is a very diplomat. This is a very skill of a great warrior, that he should always estimate the strength of opponent. So he's now estimating the strength of the opponents at Pandava who are there. So here say he's saying that Duryodhana is saying to his commander in chief Dronacharya, here in this army there are many heroic bowmen equal to fighting to Bhima or great fighter like Yuddhana, Virat or Drupada. So he is now estimating or calculating the strength of the opponent. That is a very nice Prabhupada said. It's a very good skill of a warrior. They are also great heroic, powerful like Dushtaketu, Chekitana, Kesira, Purajit, Kuntibuja, Salya, Saiba. They are mighty, very powerful. Samoja. In this way, he is giving so many names. Subhadra, the son of Draupadi. All these warriors are great chariot fighters. So he is giving information to Dronacharya about the opponent's strength. After that, he says that, but your information, just like we say, for your kind information, he's telling for your kind information, O best of Brahmanas, let me tell you about my captains or my army, my military force. And he is now informing to Dronacharya their personality like Visma, Kanna, Kirpa, Asastama, Vikanna, Somadata, Urisava, Somadata called Urisrava. They're always victorious in the battle. They are in my side. And there are also many other heroes are there. Our strength is immeasurable. So he is coming into the conclusion that our strength is very, very immeasurable because it is guided by the, he is comparing. After calculating or estimating the strength of the opponent and his own military force, he is now comparing, he is saying that our strength is very, very, what you say, very powerful, immeasurable power. Then the Visma, then there is a starting of the war. Starting of the war, the Visma is now blowing the council. The Visma is blowing his councils. So everybody is blowing their council as a mark of starting of the war. That time on the other side, Lord Krishna and Arjuna also, they are very stationed in a very great chariot drawn by the white horses. They also blow their council. Panchajanyam Hushikesa, the important verses are there according to him. And this is a very important verse. Panchajanyam Hushikesa Deva Dattam Dhananjaya Pundram Dudmu Mahasankha Bhima Karma Pundram Dudmu Mahasankha भीम कर्म विकोर्दित अनंत विजय राजा कुंती पुत्र युधिष्ठिर नकुल सहदेव सुगस मणि पुष्पक. There are so many name of the Sankha. Then when this because why this is important, it is said that transcendental council, transcendental. It is said that Dibbo Sankho Padamana, Dibbo Sankho, they are called transcendental council. This is sign of victory. There is some sign of victory of Pandavas before even the beginning of the war. Why? Because it is stated that Krishna's personal presence, Krishna, wherever Krishna, Jayatam to Pandava, Jasyam Pakkek Janardhan. Wherever Krishna is there, there is a victory. Because of Krishna's personal presence with Pandavas, so there is a sign of victory. And also the council of Pandavas, they are transcendental. Dibba Sankho. On the other end, they are ordinary council. Transcendental council, the sound is so shattering the heart of the Kauravas, other party. And also, wherever Krishna is there, there is a goddess of fortune. So there is a goddess of fortune is there. Because Lakshmi never leaves Krishna or Narayan. So therefore, the victory is always, you know, um, these are the sign of victory. And also Arjuna chariot is given by the Agnidev. So he is very invincible chariot. And Hanuman also Arjuna flag. There is a beautiful verse. He says that Hanuman is there. Kapidhija. This verses he says that Hanuman is there in the chariot. At that time, son of Pandu, seated in the chariot, bearing the flag marked with Hanuman, took up his bow. So Hanuman is there, another sign of victory, because Hanuman was there particularly to support the Arjuna. Hanuman was fighting on behalf of Ram, and they came out victorious in the last war, Ramayana war, during Ram Ravan war. So now also the Pandavas requested, particularly Bhim requested the Hanuman, please come and support us. So he is coming to support because same Krishna is there, his devotee Arjuna is there. So he also here coming to support the Pandava side. Therefore, all these that constitute the victory. That is one of the theme of chapter 1. Then the third theme is that Arjuna bewildered. Sorry, theme 4 is Arjuna bewildered. How Arjuna bewildered? Now Arjuna is speaking because Krishna is the charioteer of Arjuna. Although charioteer position is not so high because Krishna accepted to become a chariot. Because the Lord is always infallible. His position is can never be lowered because of devotee Bhakta Vachala. He is very Bhakta Vachala. He says that Aham Bhakta Paradhina Aswatantra Ivadita. Sadhavi Gastoday Bhaktir Bhakta Janatya. he declared that I am not uh, I am not independent. I am under the control of my. Due to affection, he accepted the position of charioteer to have the devotee. Just like a big man become a horse to his granddaughter or grandson. So Arjuna is asking Krishna, which is charioteer, सेनार उभय मध्य रे रथम स्थापय में आचुत्य जावन एतम निरीक्षम यातु कामान अवस्थितान. I want to see Arjuna say, oh infallible one. Arjuna is although is giving order because charioteer should give the order to the warrior should give the order to charioteer. So, but he knows the position of Krishna because out of the affection for me, Krishna accepted this position. Because Arjuna requested, Arjuna and Duryodhan approached Krishna. And Arjuna said that I do not want anything. I want you to be my charioteer so that you can guide me. You can control the life of my reins. But on the other side, Duryodhan asked his army. So that is the difference. So Arjuna know the position of Krishna as Achyuta, infallible one. He is supreme Lord. His position cannot be compromised, cannot be demoted under any circumstances. But because out of his affection he accepted as a charioteer for me, so he is addressing Krishna, oh Achyuta, oh infallible one, please draw my chariot between two armies so that I may see those present here who dissatisfied with whom I must contend. So this is very important. This is the turning point bewilderment. So Arjuna now, when Krishna draw the chariot, then Arjuna see that all the different relatives. So Arjuna could see the theme. Arjuna now see um, different grade of relatives. Tatra Pasyat. So Arjuna is saying the very important verses to remember according to theme. Tatra Pasyastitan Partha Pitrin Natha Pita Mahan Acharyam Matulam Bhatrin Uttan Pautram Saking Tata Sosuram Suhidam Chaiva Senaruvarapi. So Arjuna could see that within this army, both parties, his father, grandfather, teacher, maternal uncle, brother, son, grandson, friend, all is different grades of relatives, both the parties, because it is a fratricidal war. Fratricidal war means family war, or same family. So he could see all kind of relationship. So he was very much, then he was very much overwhelmed with compassion. Then he spoke to Krishna, oh, no, 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 no. This is not good, it's not good to fight. He said that my dear Krishna, seeing my friends, Krishna, Mamsodana, Krishna, Yujusam Samupastitam Idanti Makatrani Mukhamsa Parishushati. Arjuna said, my dear Krishna, seeing my friends relative present before me, it's such a fighting spirit. My I feel the limbs of my body quivering. My mouth is drying up. So here Arjuna is very compassionate. Vaishnavas are very compassionate. He told that my whole body is trembling. My hair is standing on my end. My bow, Gandhi was sleeping. Gandivam samsate harsat. Tlak chaiva paridhyate. How can I fight? I am now unable to stand any longer. I am forgetting myself. My mind is reeling. I see only cause of misfortune of Krishna, killer of demon. Killer of demon, Kesi demon. He told Krishna, you killed Kesi demon. But before me, there is no Kesi demon. Those are my Sojana. Sojana means my friend, relative. Also, in a higher way, Sojana means everybody is Sojana. Vasudeva Kutumbam. Arjuna is a Vaishnava. He knew that everybody, even a horse, even a opposing army, everybody is my Sojana. Not only by Bhishma, Drona and all, they are prominent, but they are very blood related. They are very intimate. They are very direct. But in higher understanding, everybody is Sodana. Vasudeva Kutumbam, because Krishna is the father of everyone. Therefore, everybody is our family. So here Arjuna is very much built up by family relation, family affection. He was um, he immediately saw, I do not want any victory and all. I do not want anything. So he declined to fight. Declined to fight. I do not want. I have come for to fight for the king because they have a kingdom, because they have worship. No. So Arjuna is kripa. That is called compassion. Out of compassion, the Vaishnavas are paradukha dukhi. They are compassion. So out of compassion, he doesn't want to fight. Then he is giving the reason of not fighting. What he is giving the reason? He is saying that the next verses you can see here, and the next verses in this theme, Arjuna not to fight, compassion for relative. So this is the compassion. Dushtama, by seeing he become compassion. The second point is no enjoyment, even if he um, loss of enjoyment, because he said that he gave an argument that Krishna, supposing I win, what is the use of this win? Because if somebody win or somebody achieve something, he has to show with their relatives. I have got a car, I have got a house, but my relative will be killed. What is the use of that? My relative will not be there. What kind of enjoyment I will have? किं नो राज्येन गोविन्द किं भोगैर्दिवि दिवित्तेन वा सामर्थ्यकाङ्क्षितं नो राज्यं भोगतु सुखानि च. So Arjuna say, oh Govinda, what avail to us the kingdom, happiness, or even life itself, and all those for whom we may desire are now arrayed on the battlefield. O Madhusudana, when teacher, father, son, grandfather, maternal uncle, father-in-law, grandson, or relative are ready to give up their life and properties standing before me, why should I wish to kill them, even though they might otherwise kill me? O maintainer of all living entity, I am not prepared to fight with them, even in exchange of free world, let alone their art, alone this earth, let alone this earth, what pleasure will we derive from killing the son of Dhritarashtra? Here Arjuna is very nice. He is addressing Krishna Govinda. Krishna is giving the pleasure to the Govinda, means go means cow, go means sense. So Krishna is the object of all pleasure for cows and sense. So because Krishna, you should understand, you should satisfy Arjuna's sense. So but you are not satisfying, because this is not proper arrangement. I cannot kill. How can I kill? What kind of enjoyment I will have if I have to kill my relatives? So he is telling, no, 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 it's not good. I should not kill. Then again, he is giving a very nice, noble, and moral instruction. He is telling that papam, fearful of sinful activity. He is telling that if I kill my relative, although they may be aggressor, they are wrong. They do not know what is good, what is right. They are out of greed of kingdom. They are fighting with our own relatives. But I am not greedy. Papam evasya tasman akatyan atatainah tasman narabhayam hantu dhatra rashtra sabandhava. Very nicely speaks that sin will overcome us if we slay such aggressor. Then this is not proper for us to kill the son of Dhritarashtra and our friend. What should we gain, O Krishna, husband of the goddess of fortune? How could we happy by killing our own kin? So there are aggressors are there. It's this kind of aggressor. Those who are poison giver, those who set fire in the house, those who attack with deadly weapon, and those who plunders riches, those who occupies another land and who kidnaps otherwise. The six people they can be killed. That is allowed. Arjuna, all these six things they have committed. Kauravas, party they have committed against the Pandavas. They poisoned they poisoned Bhima. They've set fire to a house, Lakshyagraha. They have attacked with deadly weapons. They plundered their reach by diplomacy, by cheating during the gambling match. And also, one who occupies another land, they have occupied their land, and who kidnaps a wife, they have insulted the wife of Pandava Draupadi by trying to attempting to disturbing the vicious assembly of Kuru. So all the aggressive things they have done, they are all called aggressor. All the things is violated. Vedic injunction is violated. So Arjuna telling, although they have violated everything, so I do not want to kill because after all they are my relative. To kill them, I will be implicated with sin. Therefore, he declined to fight. He gave this noble and moral reason not to fight. Finally, he says that the destruction of family tradition. Supposing if I kill them, what will happen? All the elderly people, senior people, they will be died in a family. And all the younger generation, they become polluted because there is no guidance from the senior. So therefore, he is speaking very nice, very noble way. Moral point of view is a Vaishnava. He is speaking very, very noble and moral. Of course, Krishna refuted later. He say adharma avibhava Krishna. He say very nicely, kula khaya prana santi kula dharma sanatana dharma nasta kula kritam adharma vibhavati Krishna. Krishna, with the destruction of dynasty, eternal family tradition is vanquished. Now the rest of the family become involved in the religion. So that is called this Varnashrama institution. In Varnashrama institution, there are so many rituals to be followed so that a person can systematically elevate himself to spiritual platform. And these rituals are guided by the senior members. If the senior member, elderly member will die in the war, so nobody will guide. As a result, there will be no following of this Vedic Varnashrama system or following of this ritual. What will happen? Adharma vibhavat Krishna pradushanti kulastriya stri sudustesu jayate vanna sankara. So Arjuna is giving a very nice reason that when irreligion, people not following because there is no guidance, irreligion in irreligion, irreligion is permanent in a family, what will happen? Women of the family will be polluted because women and child are very weak, emotionally weak. They can be what you say, they can be polluted. When they polluted, the degraded of womanhood, what will happen? Unwanted progeny will. That unwanted progeny will create a social chaos. Therefore, he is telling Sankara Narakaiva Kuladhanan Kulustatra Utanti Pitaro Samlupta Pindo Dagriya. So, when unwanted population will come, it will causes the hellish life of family and for those that destroy the family. Because ancestor of such corrupt family fall down because of performance for offering their food and water. It's something called Sadha ceremony. So they're responsible. So it's not that we can do anything and everything. We are born in a family. We are born means we have so much obligation to everything. Obligation to sun, moon, demigods, forefather, because father, forefathers, they are providing all the things for us. We are obliged, and forefather also we are obliged. We have to offer this once a year. Pindo Udaka. Pindo Udaka means water and offering food. And if nobody follows in a family all these rituals, Vedic injunction, then what will happen? The forefather will fall down. And in this way, whole family will be destroyed. So, so in this way, all the family tradition will destroy, and this gives rise to unwanted children. It will also kill the community project. Family welfare activity devastated. It will become a social chaos. Very systematically is presenting this root. I mean, problem of if the elderly problem of if we kill them systematically, moral way. So in this way, finally, after explaining all the things, he decided, no, no, I should not fight. That's all. Finally, he is giving a very nice last statement of 46 verses of 28. Is a turning point where Arjuna has decided that I shall not fight. Evam muktarjuna sankhya rathopasato upavisat visrijyasya sarachapam soko samigna manasa. Sanjay said, Arjuna, having just spoken on the battlefield, cast aside his bow and arrow, sat down on the chariot. His mind is overwhelmed with grief. So now, while observing the situation of his enemy, Arjuna stood up on the chariot. But he was so afflicted by the lamentation and sat down again. Oh, I don't want to fight. What is going on? Setting aside his bow and arrow, such a soft hearted person, such a Vaishnava. He was getting up. Chariot, I want to see. Now, after seeing all the relatives and all, he sat down. Oh, sorry, I was making a mistake. Mal and mistake, mal and blunder of fighting with my kids. Please set aside it. So this whole chapter one lesson is very important because Arjuna, although in a material point of view, if you see that he is presenting very noble things, killing his own kinsmen, everybody should have a compassion for own relatives, and also implication, killing on own relatives is implicated with sins. Not only that, what is the use of killing them for the sake of some kind of property, kingdom? Uh, Without them, what is the use of kingdom? Supposing if I get a Mercedes Benz, but somebody will kill my wife or my son at the cost of the lives of my son or wife, I will not be agree. So everything is very moral. Also, the presentation of how the family tradition will spoil because nobody will guide. If everybody will be killed, nobody will guide them. Rest of the family back at home, and how it will create unwanted progeny. The omens will pollute it. As a result, unwanted progeny, and as a result, there will be a destruction of family tradition, and it will bring about the social chaos. Very nice, but the one thing Arjuna has a mistake. Of course, he is presenting as a condition. Jasyatma buddhi kunape. He is thinking himself, is connecting to himself as a body, and he is so much afflicted with family. He forgot his duty. He forgot what is the desire of Krishna. Krishna has come here to establish dharma. Yada yada hi dharmasya glani bhavati bharata. So Krishna here is have come to establish the dharma here. So here, but Arjuna is problem is that Arjuna is now thinking of himself that this war is not palatable for me. So whole idea of central point, central teaching of Bhagavad Gita is that one has to satisfy the senses of Krishna. One has to go according to the plan of Krishna, desire of Krishna. That is not that Arjuna thinking in terms of me and mine. Oh, what will happen to me if I kill my relatives? So he is trying to satisfy his sense. That is the problem. Difference between material consciousness, spiritual consciousness. In spiritual consciousness or in spiritual world, everybody trying to serve Krishna, satisfy Krishna. Jasmin tustam jagata tustam. If Krishna satisfied and everything satisfied. So that is spiritual consciousness. That is Vrindavan, where the cow is trying to satisfy Krishna, Joshoda Maya trying to satisfy Krishna, The Sridhama Subala, the friend of Krishna, want to satisfy Krishna. The Radharani Gopi, they want to satisfy. Everybody want to satisfy Krishna. Krishna is the central point. And according to Shastra, that Jasmin Tustam Jagata Tustam. If Krishna is satisfied, everything is satisfied. Just like you put your watering the root of the tree, automatically the branches, twig, trunks, everything will be getting energy. Or if you put the food in the stomach, all the part of the body is uh, what you say, energized. That is spiritual consciousness. Material consciousness is that everybody trying to satisfy his own senses. They are the master, they are the center. In this way, there is always a conflict, competition, envious, envious. Why should I? Why should I treat him? That consciousness is not good. That is called Jasatma Buddhi. It's animal consciousness. Animal things, dog, they urinate one line. When they urinate, they mark it a line of control. This is my side, this is your side. If other dog come this side, they will wow, wow, wow. That is the whole world is on this consciousness. A very nice teaching. Whole United Nations organization is there. But why there is a fighting between Palestine, Iran, and Israel, Palestine and Israel, fight between Russia and Ukraine? Because they are in the material consciousness, animal consciousness, thinking in terms of I, me, mine. Therefore, it is stated, Dasatma buddhi kuma petri dhatu ke. Anybody who's thinking in terms of I and mine, that is not good. That is not good. He says that Dasatma buddhi kuna petri dhatu ke. Sodi kalatridasu bhauma ijjati yat buddhi salirena janasya abhigyan soeva gokhora. They are like animal. Those who are thinking that in terms of I and my, identify self as I am body. So Arjuna is identifying I am the Kuru dynasty, I am the family. So he overwhelmed with family affection. He wants to satisfy his sense. That is the lesson we should learn from this chapter 1. That everything should be meant for Krishna, satisfaction of the Krishna. That is the main idea, central teaching of Bhagavad Gita. Thank you very much. This is the end of chapter 1. Actually, chapter 1 actually is a setting scene. Whole chapter 1 is a setting scene. That will create the uh, that will evolve the philosophy of Bhagavad Gita in second chapter. First chapter is just a setting scene to it evolves to create the philosophy so that Krishna will speak the philosophy. What is the real things? So this is all about the chapter 1. So thank you very much. I've already sent some material also. You can go through that. After, if you see that in chapter 1, sometimes there is no important. Actually, according to theme, if you see there, you should remember five themes, at least 5, 6 important verses, so that according to theme, we should know that 5 at least verses, so that we understand the flow of chapter 1, how it will lead to the chapter 2, where real philosophy will be involved. So therefore, we should understand the 5, 6 important words. First verse, Dhritarashtra Vacha, Dharma Khetre, Kuru Khetre. That is the first thing, setting scene. Then later on, you can also want to watch the preparation and arrangement of the war. Then sign of victory like Panchajanyam Hushikesa. Then Arjuna's bewilderment, Dushtatam Swajanna Krishna. Senar Ubha Madhyare. Senar Ubha Madhyare, he told you, draw the chariot, then he saw Dushta Swajanna Krishna. So he is seeing all these things. These are the turning point, bewilderment. And the the noble region is forwarding. So that also we can remember because important. Adharma Vibhavat Krishna, Pradustati, Kurastri, all the things. So we should remember 5, 6 verses so that it will be always, we will never forget the theme and our understanding will be more clear. Thank you very much. Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.